Avatar Eve did not fall from grace. She descended as the Divine Mother's whisper in human form, stepping into time and matter to see, feel, and remember. Born not of exile but of purpose, Eve enters the world as the soul does, pure, radiant, and curious. But she does not walk aimlessly. Her path is ancient, encoded in spirit. The Enneagram, a ninefold spiral of consciousness, a sacred geometry of forgetting and remembrance. This is not a journey of fixing the self. It is a journey of returning to wholeness through the very layers that veiled it. Each of the 9 points is not a personality type alone, but a stage of awakening, a lens, a lesson, and a gate to the One. Point 1 is innocence. In the beginning, Eve sees the world not as object but as self. All is one, all is good. She does not name, define, or judge. She simply is. This is the pure mirror of being. Its essence is the original goodness, the divine order, and pure awareness. Point 2 is longing. Then comes the ache, not from lack, but from the memory of union. Eve stretches toward the other. The soul begins to seek what once was known without seeking: communion. The essence resides in love, connection, and sacred desire. Point 3 turns to identity. The soul looks into the world and asks, "Who am I here?" Eve forms a self-image, a mask of worth. The spark begins to perform, to be seen, forgetting that her value was never in what she does. Essence turns into radiance, expression, and presence in form. Point 4 raises emotion. Emotion floods in: joy, sorrow, longing. Eve becomes aware of her inner world, her sacred difference. The soul aches for meaning, beauty, and the divine echo in everything. The essence expresses itself in beauty, depth, and divine uniqueness. Point 5 brings on reflection. Eve turns inward. She becomes the observer, the seeker of understanding. Knowledge is not escape, but intimacy with the structure of being. She craves stillness, depth, precision. Essence turns to inner vision, clarity, and sacred mind. Point 6 points to separation. The world is no longer safe. Fear appears. Eve begins to question what can be trusted, within and without. She desires assurance, structure, safety, but finds only shifting sands. Essence focuses on loyalty, inner ground, and devotion. Point 7 brings on seeking. To escape fear, Eve turns to possibility. New visions, experiences, and dreams. The soul chases what's next, hoping to outrun the ache of now, but it cannot be escaped, only loved. Essence returns to joy, freedom, and expansion. Point 8 is power. Eve claims her body. She confronts life directly, learning boundaries and strength. She leads, defends, commands, learning to do so without hardness. Essence spirals into vitality, will, and sacred protection. Point 9 is the return. The circle completes. The soul remembers. Eve no longer forgets. She enters fully into the stillness she began with. Now she carries peace not as passivity but as active awareness. Essence is unity, peace, and presence. As Eve traverses the spiral, she sees through it, and at the center of the wheel she finds not another self, but the presence that always was. The Enneagram is not just a map of personality, it is the geometry of the soul's awakening. Through the eyes of Eve, we walk it not as test or task, but as temple. From innocence to return, we spiral again and again, until the one who descended becomes the one who remembers. This is the ninefold journey of spiritual awakening, told through the eyes of Eve.